Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory, and it just finished at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. Yeah, that wasn't great, to be honest, particularly from about the half-hour mark of the first half. I had a bad feeling about this game pretty much all weekend. Actually, pretty much from last weekend. After the result they had against Manchester City, I was very, very not concerned, but I was worried. It was a number of things. It was Manchester, the result they had against Manchester City. I felt like the warning signs were there against Chelsea for us in the Carabao Cup, and the two results against Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. I was very, very concerned going into this game that we'd be the orators of our own downfall, which for the last couple of seasons we definitely have been. I just felt like the momentum was with Man United today. I felt like everything was going to go their way, and that's exactly what happened. I wouldn't say they were the better team as such. I think they had the better chances in the game. I'd say it was quite even for the most part, but again, it was one of those old school Man United games where a little bit of quality in the attacking third, and the game changed on its head. So congratulations to them. But yeah, in terms of how it started off, the lineup was pretty much what I can imagine most Arsenal fans would have wanted. Raya in goal, Saliba Gabriel at centre back, and Capier came back in. We had some good news in the last couple of days with Capier and Calafiori being fit, although Calafiori didn't make the squad. And Capier was at left back, Timber at right back, Zubimendi, Erdegaard, Rice in midfield, and then Saka, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus started instead of Victor Gyökeres. Man United started with exactly the same team that played against Man City. We started off quite well. We were controlling the game. We took the lead for when the ball was put in by Saka. Martinez. No, was it Saka? I think it was Saka. But anyway, Lisandro Martinez comes off of him for an own goal. We're 1-0 up. Then stupidly, about 10 minutes later, we then concede a goal through a misplaced Zubimendi black pass that Brian Mbeumo jumps on. 1-1. We go in at half time, and at that point, from that moment onwards, we looked like we were a shell of ourselves. We went from, as I said, from the half an hour mark from before that to controlling the game and keeping on top of Man United. And you could say that we had the better momentum. But as soon as we scored, it's just almost as if we went cautious again. And it does raise concerns, don't get me wrong. It does make me think that, is it happening again? Is our season unravelling again? Because exactly the same things that we saw at moments last season, or the seasons that we quote unquote bottled the league, it's sort of showing itself there. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions, and there's nothing wrong with being concerned at the end of the day. Yeah, frustrating. Man City and Aston Villa both won this weekend, which is another reason why we had to win this game. And yeah, the narrative will be out there that we bottled it and Arteta's not the man and all this sort of stuff. It will be the same thing. And yes, you can have concerns, as I just said, but let's see. I mean, it is worrying because of the manner of how we've lost the game, and the fact that we seem to, apart from Man United went 2-1 up quite early into the second half for a brilliant goal from Patrick Dorgu, who seems to be like an absolute steal for them right now. And we didn't look like any sort of threat from open play. Scored a goal from a set piece, corner from Saka that was bundled in by Mikel Merino. 2-2, again, similar to how we conceded the first goal. A little bit of a lack of grit in the midfield. We lose the ball. Ball comes into Matheus Cunha. Brilliant turn and finish from him to make it 3-2. And all Man United needed to do after that was just see out the game. I also had a feeling they were due a win at the Emirates. I was like, yeah, it's been too long since they've had a result. They've got everything in this leading up to this game felt like the momentum was with them, despite the fact that we we won in Milan in midweek, I really did feel from before the game that this isn't going to go our way. We've got to pick it up again really quickly because the games are coming thick and fast. I know we've got Kairat in the week in the Champions League on Wednesday, which I can imagine Arteta will play a completely changed side for that. On paper, we should win and we should guarantee our. Well, I think we've guaranteed our position in the top two anyway, beating Milan last Tuesday. But I think we do. I think we're now looking towards that Leeds game at Ellen Road, and that's not going to be easy either. So I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated. I can't be angry because I knew it was going to happen. I just had that feeling before the game. And normally when I get those feelings, I'm normally right when it comes to this sort of thing. So it is what it is. We move on. Gonna have to take my medicine from Stefan and the other Man United fans that I know that will be on me right now. But it is what it is. I'll have to be annoyed by Goldbridge and all the famous Man United fans gloating about the win. It is what it is. We move on. Right. I'm going to leave it there. As you can see, I'm not in my usual surroundings, so I'm recording this off my phone right now as opposed from my normal webcam. But I will be back to normal. I won't be doing anything for the Kairat game because I'm not actually sure whether I'll be around to watch the game on Wednesday, but we'll see. But I definitely will be doing some stuff for Leeds. Anyway, at this moment in time, as Arsenal fans, all we got to do is keep our head up. I'm not going to make any sort of rash decisions until the end of the season, or any sort of like discussions on Arteta or the team until the end of the season at this rate, because it's feeble saying Arteta out and all that sort of stuff. But you know, these guys want their views and their clicks. Anyway, I will speak to you again soon. Take care and stay safe.